good, YouTube? You already know who it is. It's your boy Big Will, and I'm back again. Life after prison. Hey, listen, it's your first time here. Hit that like and subscribe button. Why don't you be part of the team? Don't miss out. It'll be too late later on. So listen, there was a friend of mine. His son went to jail, right? And he's a cocky little fuck. And what he says to me is, on his way, was, "Oh, I don't have to worry. I don't have no enemies out there." And I told him, I said, "But with that attitude, the COs will fuck with you. The COs will have somebody beat your ass." Right? People always think, "Oh, all I gotta worry about is Bubba. If Bubba wants to take my ass, right? Or if I don't bother the gangs, I'll be okay, but I can still be a dickhead on the inside." And that's as far from the truth as you can. So even when you come in, when you first come in, down in dispatch, when the guys are changing your uniforms out, right? When you're getting into your uniforms and you're giving up your street clothes, people are usually aggravated, they're agitated, right? So they're in a shitty mood. And first thing what they want to do is they want to give the COs that are there a problem. COs that are just there doing their job, right? Now, don't get me wrong, when there's some bullshit happening and the COs are antagonizing you and everything's starting to go bad, right? Like, it's just one thing after another, and you got this dickhead of a CO that's gonna make every last fucking one of your minutes, he's gonna make every one of them as miserable as possible. It gets you in a bad mood, right? But 9 out of 10, they're just there doing their job. That's all they are, right? It's not their fault. It's not their problem that you went to jail. It's your fault. You committed the crime. You did it, right? So when you're there and you're giving this, now, let's get it straight. You don't have to bullshit with them. You don't have to be their friend. But you don't have to be a dickhead. The only thing that you do is make shit worse for you, right? And it starts, like I said, as soon as you come in and dispatch. If you come in and you're kicking your cell and you're banging and you're telling the CO, "Fuck you, cop," because a lot of these 19, 20-year-old kids, they get them mixed up as they're cops, right? And they're not. They're just paid by the county to babysit, right? Because that's all they're doing is babysitting. They ain't got a gun, they ain't arresting you. They're babysitting, they're looking to write you up for shit, right? And that's the shit you got to get away from. Giving them a reason, right? Now, again, if you come in, they're going to pick up the phone. They're going to call the unit that you're going to. They're going to tell the CO on charge, "Hey, tell so-and-so," like they would call me up and they would say, "Hey, Dupras, listen, we got this dude coming in, so-and-so. These are his charges. Bing, bing, bing. He's there for hitting his kid. He's there for beating his girl. He's there for, if you have fucked up charges, they're gonna let everybody know right away. Even if you're not a cockhead to them, if you have fucked up charges, if you hurt little kids, little babies, if you're a rapist, as soon as you come into Central, they're gonna let the guy behind you know who's waiting to change out of their uniform. They're gonna let him know. If there's another guy there that's going to the same unit as you, they're going to let him know, "Hey, when you get to your unit, let everybody know this guy's a piece of shit." They're going to let him know that you fucking touched a kid or you like to beat your girl. They're gonna let people know. And they will, like, they'll say to me, hey, Dupras, this kid's in here, he's a cockhead, he's been giving me trouble all day. You get all the whites you want. I'll give you t-shirts, new sheets. When I'm in your unit, I got you. All you gotta do is bust this kid up, send them down to medical. And you know how easy that is, right? And I'm just using me as an example. Not that I ever took that role. I loved when the CO would come to my door and knock on my door, and hey, we got a call from Costa down in Central Dispatch. See this dude over here? Yeah, he likes to hit kids. He's here for beating his 3-year-old. Word, no problem, I got you. Or they'd call up and say, hey, Dupras, see this kid over here? He's a punk. He's not a tough guy because he won't get shitty with other inmates, but he's a punk, knowing that the COs can't hit him and shit, so he'll be a punk, he'll be a dickhead. And he just likes to cause ruckus, right? When you get older guys like myself and stuff, we just want to lay back and do our time, right? We don't want to be fucking... We don't want some young kid to come in and stare up the unit, which causes us to get shaken down, which causes us to have, you know, more CO presence, have the captain in our unit, have lieutenants in our unit walking around, have the black suits walking around in our unit just to be fucking dickheads. We don't need that shit. You know what I'm saying? So when we get a punk that's just there causing trouble, it's time to go. Yeah, roll up your shit and go, or you're getting busted up. You know what I mean? And it's so easy to give somebody, hey, you don't eat, you don't make canteen? No. How you like to make $10 in canteen? I got some deodorant for you, some shampoo, some food. You know how many times people jump on that for $5, $10 worth of canteen because they don't get that shit? For some cupcakes, just to have a snack because they don't get that shit. You know how easy it is to put a hit on somebody for $10 and dollar food? Now, when you get it from canteen, it's more expensive than a Dollar Tree, but it's all the same, right? And it's so fucking easy to have somebody hit, and they have no idea what it's for. Now, if you're one of them punks and you're a dickhead and you're fucking with people on the street, you also got to worry about them enemies. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of dudes that think like my buddy's kid. I don't have no enemies on the street. I don't get into gangs. No, but you're a little cocky fuck. You think that because people are older or because they're a CO or something that they're not gonna fuck with you. They will. They will fuck with you. They'll put you in a hole on purpose. They'll make your time miserable. Miserable. Okay? Not that going in there and sitting there and getting them gates closed and doing a couple years ain't miserable enough that you have to have the CO stop fucking with you. So listen, if you're one of them little punk kids, get your shit together. Get your fucking shit together. Because the world's changing. You think out here it's okay. Like I said, you kids, you start trouble with people. You jump in a car, you take off, you don't see somebody for months, or you might not see somebody that you just had road rage with, right? You don't see him anymore because it's in a big city. But when you're in a building or you're in a camp that's as big as a block, you're going to see somebody again. And when you see him in a chow hall and you're looking at somebody saying, what the fuck you looking at? And you're not a tough guy, they're going to get you. Even if it's in a different unit. See this? Everybody talks. You know how easy it is to send a kite? Hey, dude just came into your unit. Get him. I got something for you. No problem. And next thing you know, someone's hitting you with a razor. Someone's cutting your face down here for 4 soups. Is it worth it? Someone's poking you. Is it worth it? Okay? I've showed you this before. It's a good thing I turned, right? It's a good thing I turned. There's the cut mark. There's the cut mark that the kid was trying to cut my face. And I turned my body because I was in the middle of working out. And I had my shirt cut like this. Which even left my arm open like that. Why he was even to cut me like that, I had a t-shirt on and I cut it to work out. Okay? But that's what that is, because there's tough guys. That was for something that I ordered for my girl, a Valentine's card, and the kid didn't have it done in time. So when I reacted, he reacted, and it led to him and a boy and one of his boys, because I busted up his friend, reacting and trying to get me out of the unit because I was a big dude in there, right? I had confidence, and I walked around. I didn't get bullied, and I carried myself with confidence, and dudes wanted me out of the unit. So that's what they did. They tried to cut me. They tried. And hadn't it been for my friend that I was working out with, when they seen him go into the cell right behind me, for him to say, "Yo, dude," and it caused me to turn. And when I did, he just swung, cut me in the arm and the face. Hadn't he have had one of these little state razors, hadn't he had one of them little state razors right there, he would have cut me. Because they're this big, and they're only one blade, they're cheap. You gotta put 5 or 6 of them together, tape them real tight, you know, and then you got a nice little blade, you know. But depends on where you are. If you work down in like maintenance or something, you can get a blade. You can get a box cutter, real box cutter, you know. And while you're out in the unit, while you're out walking around the compound doing work, you break the blade off and you drop it, you know, and you let somebody know, or someone in your unit, or, you know, you drop it near the rec yard, and then when you go out for rec, you know where you put it. You go out and you get the blade, you know. So there's many ways to get real box cutters and everything, but someone will get you just for being a dickhead, a punk, and you think, "Oh no, I'm safe here because I'm not in a gang." Man, these young kids today, smarten the fuck up. Smarten up. But as always, there's always one thing I can tell you. And this is the truth. This is the truth. Believe it or not, this is the truth. If you stay out of trouble, if you get a legal job, if you do the right thing, you don't have to worry about prison. You don't have to worry, because you won't go if you just do the right thing in life. Be a normal citizen. And that's it. But as always, you know what it is. It's your boy Big Will. It's life after prison. To all my real ones, hey, salute. Good afternoon. To all my new ones, welcome. Welcome aboard. To any future friends of mine, nice meeting you. And as always, it's your boy Big Will, life after prison. I'll see you on the next one. We got that peace symbol. We out.